Alright guys, welcome back. This is episode number 126, and it may very well be our last episode of Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. There's still a few things to do here now that the endgame is over and we are in the epilogue. And let's start by checking up on our emails, as we started last time. Angara showing affinity. Useful? We've already hosted multiple Angaran factional heads. Separate concerns have been logged for 2 of those. Panel Project and Aya-1. We're making liberal use of their expertise. It's possible that some of Meridian was designed for them to access. They can't, of course. But they've been no end of help about adapting our technology to integrate somewhat into the Meridian power structure. The Angara welcome any access, and we're glad to host it. No doubt some of them are interested in their connection to the Jardan. It's strong enough to have a creator. But one that was here only centuries ago, I'd be all over this place. That's true. These Remnant really seem like ancient aliens, but it really wasn't that long ago they were here, well within the span of Krogan or Asari lifetime. Maybe even an Angaran lifetime. Not sure how long they live, but doesn't seem like it if most of the elderly now were here when the Ket invaded. Not sure how that timeline works out. So it does seem like I'm trying to work out how the timeline would have happened in the ancient past. So I guess at one point the cluster was uninhabitable, and then the Remnant came and presumably did it to the Helios cluster and other areas of the galaxy as well, made it habitable. Then the Scourge came, or not the Remnant, the Jardan, I guess, wiped them all out, and also broke their structures which were keeping the worlds habitable. And us coming back and fixing them didn't get rid of the Scourge, but at least made them habitable once again. Alright, guess that makes sense. Doesn't really clear up all the mysteries, but clears up enough. Angara showing affinity. Alert! Speaker 1. The revelations on Havarl are problematic. We've never encountered a species designed to pass information through their genetics, nor do we know the limits of this function. If they retain information, can we access it? Maybe the Angara can remember how to work Meridian. That isn't the right question. If they can retain information, can they also receive it? Receive instruction? Have they already? Well, that's just... you mean sleeper agents. Shut that off and wipe and log. Not sure how this ended up in my email. Okay. Interfacing. Budgeting request. SAM override. As of today, the Ryder siblings are still the only people able to directly interface with Remnant, and only the SAM connection allows the Pathfinder to do it without damage. It is a self-limiting adaptation. But there was a time when there was only one human biotic, and the mistake of the day was to say she was the only one, rather than the first. This ability is demonstrably trainable. We must assume that, like biotics, it is something that can be assisted and will spread in the future. To avoid the violence of Subject White, and to avoid the mistakes of BAAT training at Gagarin, we must begin preparations now. We live inside a machine made by aliens we can't comprehend. The next person to control Remnant cannot be an accident. Welcome to New Zero, let's be ready. Can't say I totally disagree with that. And the idea that everyone could have an AI living in their head, which gives them access to immense power from an ancient alien species, that could go very, very wrong. I think I would also be worried about the way that things are potentially spiraling out of control. Makes for a fun video game, but as for a stable society, I guess only time will tell. Autopsy and handling. Subject Archon. Cause of death, the jokes will cease. The cause of death is not Pathfinder. I may be second wave and didn't see the fight, but there are no monsters in my morgue. This being will be afforded the respect of our profession, especially since the cause of death could have direct consequences should our Pathfinder continue to manipulate Remnant or others seek training in their use. While the structures of the Ket brain are unknown in purpose and perhaps design, the damage to tissues is obvious. When the devices of Meridian were denied an external power source, they in part drew from the Archon's own augmentations. Ouch. This repeated surge and transfer inflicted internal burns and, shockingly, lacerations. However, it is my opinion that these injuries, while severe, were survivable. I say this because I have personal history with treatment of biotics who have trained too far and damaged themselves. The fatal element here is different. The use of Remnant is not just a physical strain. It seems to draw some part of the mind into the manipulated element, a division on consciousness. I am in theoretical territory here, but this is my analysis. The Archon overextended his faculties within Meridian. When the Pathfinder took control of the power, the Archon was not just depowered, he was, for lack of a better term, severed from himself. I need more time with the Archon's remains and dedicated facilities, a full team. The study of this one could last lifetimes. Hearing that a lot lately. That's kind of concerning, though. If he actually, like, upload himself into Meridian, is the Archon still out there? Is part of him part of the structure? Maybe we haven't seen the last of him yet. Which would be a cool thought, except for the fact that he wasn't really that great of a villain. He was okay, but not something I'm going to remember long into the future. And not someone that, in my opinion, really needs to persist into future games. But alright, guess that's it for our emails. Excuse me, guess you're waiting to use the terminal. Alright, so the epilogue said to go around and talk to 10 people.
This is what I expected. It's better.
Glad to hear it. And I guess those 10 people are all gathered around here. I see Sloan, I see our crew.
Ready whenever.
Pathfinder, here.
Don't know who you are, but happy to chat.
So glad you're up and around. I have important news for you.
There always is.
Yes, discoveries every day, but this is something we've been waiting for. Listen.
So, white noise?
Sorry, Sam. Active filtering. Initiative Protocol Alpha Alpha to the screen.
Protocol what?
Processing.
Repeating. This is the Ark Hyperion. The situation is not under control. Note and avoid until further updates. Repeating.
Is that?
The Quarian Ark. And Elcor, Drell, Volus? Hanar, I think. That's some delicate business, putting Hanar in stasis. Point is, they're still out there. The Keela Sia wasn't destroyed.
Oh, good. I don't think we thought it was. Didn't we think they were just, like, behind us? I didn't realize they were that close behind us. A year or so, however long it's been. I thought it would be longer. But I guess if they had to make it out before the Reapers came, that makes sense. In fact, maybe they didn't. Maybe they know more about the Reapers than we do. Of course, that kind of undermines the whole idea of your endings in the first 3 games not affecting this game. So, yeah, might as well tell everybody. I don't see what harm it would do. Probably lift their spirits.
That's fantastic news. We need to report this right away.
It's good news, but it bounced too many times to trace, and...
That's not a distress call. It's a warning to keep away from wherever they are.
Whatever's happening, they don't want to be found yet. We have to trust their Pathfinder.
All we can do is wait.
Wonder if that's a lead for DLC or an expansion. Certainly has that feel to it, and I could certainly see that being a cool basis for some DLC, but as we know, that was kind of scrapped, and as I said before, it's sad, but I prefer DLC where it's in the game and not at the end. An expansion is different, but a game should have a very notable climax, and then that should be it. It shouldn't have little tiny dangling plot strands afterwards. At least in my opinion. Alright, I'll talk to Veteran a bit. Let's go ahead and make the rounds then. We have 10 people to talk to. Anyone over here?
For anything.
How about down here?
I'm told you're lying.
Heading
Phoebe,
groundside?
Suvi, Lexi.
You hear about the Incar?
Pathfinder, thanks for the invite to the party.
I didn't organize anything.
Not this. Landing day. That was worth jumping galaxies.
Glad you enjoyed it. The fact that it's so bright out there makes me think once I leave I can't come back into this little epilogue zone. Could be wrong, but
Let's get out there, huh?
in a minute, Phoebe. But just in case, I want to talk to everybody while we're here.
Ryder, enjoying the fruits of your labor? You deserve it.
Oh, fruit sounds
Thanks,
good.
Callow.
The Tempest is getting some much-needed service. I thought I'd leave them to it. But I wouldn't miss the big day. Meridian looks so different out of the cockpit. I think I understand better why you do what you do.
Finding Meridian crystallized a lot of things about being a Pathfinder.
I expect many around here are thinking about their own potential. I don't pretend to understand everything, but Meridian must have opened a lot of doors. Not all of them safe. I want you to know that it'll be my privilege to keep flying you to them.
Oh, good. Yeah, I guess as far as explorers go, Not everybody can expect to find a giant, ununderstandable alien sphere. Pretty good find. Find of a lifetime and then some, really.
It means a lot that you want to stick with us, Callow.
Of course. And keeping my ship is a plus. I've learned a lot from you, Ryder. And Gil. Though, please don't tell him that. Things will change now. But that's all right. Nothing's ever really lost.
It's been good flying with you, Callow.
Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll pay it forward, I swear.
Hey, Ryder. How's Sarah?
Much better.
There might be 2 Ryders around soon. Imagine. The Hyperion's forming scientific teams. Gotta start studying what we have. I may have helped them organize.
That'll be exciting. Meridian rewrites all kinds of physical laws.
Maybe they'll name a new law after you. Something about never staying in one place. This is a new cradle for humanity. That's a big idea. Bigger than I'd imagined. So maybe building those teams was smart. Small steps to understand all this. Until we're at the top of the mountain.
And seeing the next horizon.
Can't deny it. I'm game for more. With so much power in our hands, you think it'll be okay?
You know, I had this thought before, that maybe building our capital on top of an ancient alien space station we don't really understand is not the best idea. And it occurred to me that that's exactly what happened with the Citadel, and definitely did not turn out great. So, yeah, if this is what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But as for me, I think I'd rather be on a nice rocky planetary surface.
Small steps, like you said. There's no rush to figure all this out.
Right. If nothing else, Meridian gives us time. Whatever happens, you gave everyone an incredible gift. Nice job, Pathfinder.
I don't know if I should have come. I left so much.
Wasn't Sloane standing here a second ago? Oh, there she is.
If you're expecting a pat on the back, you're going to be disappointed.
I want to see what she says.
All right. I'll settle for a hug.
How does your crew stand you?
Some people find me endearing. Charming, even.
More like insufferable. But you do get results.
That was dangerously close to a pat on the back.
You're hearing things.
Good to see you too, Sloane. How's our new ambassador?
Pathfinder. I'm told I'm about to get exceptionally busy.
Which, given your health, is unwise.
We all gave of ourselves, Ephra. It was time. And as this ambassador, I will continue to do so.
I couldn't impose a voice on the Angara, temporary or not.
We've always had a voice. This just means your leaders have decided to listen. Also, don't assume my name brings universal approval. You know how varied our opinions can be. I can't speak for everyone, but I will gladly help create the system that does. Ansala Venjuri, Pathfinder. There is much yet to learn.
Definitely think I made a good choice. After all, even the Rokar and Axel respected her, so that says something.
It's overwhelming. I don't know where to start, but I can. I don't care which world I'm on. It's all more than I hoped.
So this is how you all party, hmm? Pretty tame, but don't tell the host I said that. Meridian is amazing, though. You accomplished the inconceivable. I'm grateful to be part of it.
No, I'm grateful. I couldn't have asked for a better team. We created this together.
And exactly what it is, what it may become. I can't even imagine. To think that when we met, the Angara and your initiative struggled to find trust.
The way we arrived on Aya was over the top. You know, uninvited and on fire.
Agreed.
Guess it worked out okay.
Ryder, the Angara will never forget how you saved the Moshai. But more than that, we'll never forget how you fought the Ket beside us. How we destroyed the Archon. Meridian is a new beginning for your people and mine. Together.
New beginnings. That's what I came to Helios for.
And what I dreamed of. Yes. New beginnings. So, let's get to it.
Just for the record, the lip syncing is not my recording, it's actually off in the game. What was I going to say? Oh, it does seem like a long time ago that we first arrived at Aya. I guess it's one of the benefits of having played this game over the better part of a year is that events that were pretty far apart in game actually feel like they were a decent while ago. That's not something I get to experience in the video game that often. Do we speak to everybody over here? I think so. Let's go down this way.
Ready for anything.
I think we've already faced the better part of anything. How are you,
What's
Suvi?
out there, huh? Meridian, huh? I see it every day, and I'm still amazed. We're really starting to put down roots. It's wonderful. Did I tell you? The team's working with the Angara to set up a joint research body.
That sounds exciting.
I know, I can't wait. Us helping them helping us. Can you imagine what we could accomplish? I'm getting all misty just thinking about it.
This was always what was intended. Nice to be here finally.
We always knew what we wanted, but for a while we couldn't see it. Now it's here, it's happening, and it's beautiful.
Still standing?
Still standing.
Then I did my job. Somehow. Nothing more need be said.
There's one thing. Dr. Lexi Tapero, thank you.
Yeah, that did it. You jerk. Go on. I've a reputation to protect.
Hello, Ryder.
Hiya.
Hi.
Oh, good. You're here. Maybe the festivities can finally begin. Don't like sitting on my ass. Places to see, people to go. Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, let's get this show on the road. Meridian looks great, but, you know, been there, done that.
Hey, this was a big accomplishment. It's important to enjoy it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of us. Helios is changing, and will be for a long time. I'm just antsy. Don't want to miss a thing. Oh, I almost forgot. Kalinda sent a congratulatory message. She was angling for an invitation, I think. Denied.
Hope you didn't turn her back into an enemy.
Oh, you're always so serious. Enjoy the moment. We're here to celebrate, remember?
Don't know what that means. Oh, pot kettle. I get it now. I don't think she's being that serious. I kind of can relate to PB2. I think I would also be excited to see what the next big thing is.
Look who's talking, Miss Bissale.
Just keeping you on your toes. For now, you're right. The galaxy isn't going anywhere. Let's have some fun.
Well, it is a party. We should probably dance. If you can call that dancing.
Let's get out there, huh?
Future potential and protocol. For Nexus technical record, Jardan language study. Reporting Tigvilan linguistics. Jardan technology remains inscrutable. We can't even determine their intent in building Meridian. And partial translations only serve to provoke concerns. Research is ongoing. Definitely an interesting time to live.
The language is imprecise, or perhaps too precise, but the potential capacity of Meridian is clear.
Unlimited. A new
old man.
This place is something else.
It's just another starting line. Where we go from here is on us.
Well, damn, you were listening to me after all.
Through all the creaking of your old bones.
I sent out what's left of the Macmore scouts. Nearly drowned me in reports until I pointed them at Tan. Told him to be extra wordy just for him.
He'll love that.
He wanted the job, he can have the reports. It's not over, you know. There'll be more Ket and whatever else is waiting out there.
I know, right? It's going to be so much fun.
Crazy kid.
We still have a few people left. Liam.
Ready when you are.
Pathfinder, kept to see for you, in your planet. That's not getting less weird. About time Meridian got a proper grand opening. We all need this. Heard Sarah woke up. How's she doing?
She'll be back on duty in no time. Too soon, if we let her.
So, you're telling me you're having trouble explaining limits to a Ryder? Hey, know who I just talked to? A second wave technician, fresh out of cryo. Just had his first sunrise in Andromeda. He couldn't stop crying.
Just him?
Must be something going around. Maybe you're the carrier. It's really feeling like home, you know? Finally. They haven't given you 5 minutes alone since the fight. Have you had a chance to let it sink in?
There's so much here. It'll be years before we even know where to start.
Don't need starters. Starters are a dime a dozen. We need finishers. And we have the best. I'm looking at you, Pathfinder Ryder. The whole galaxy is. Cheers.
Well, the finish line of one part is just the starting line of the next. So I was gonna wait to talk to Vetra until last.
I don't know if I should have come. I left so much.
Now where's Gil? We're missing Gil. Talk to Cora.
Ryder.
There was a door over here.
Is your day good?
Hey.
Is your day good? Oh. No.
Ryder.
What was that? Another datapad? For Nexus technical record, we are beginning to suss out operational files, but identifying is different than understanding. Are we sure we should poke this thing? I'm starting to think even the Jardan were concerned by Meridian.
Even these Jardan were surprised at what they created.
It is not uncommon for a creator to be surpassed by their creation.
Couldn't anyone else have said that?
Yeah, about to say. It's a little unnerving coming from Sam.
Hello, Ryder.
I'm sure Gil is here
Heading
somewhere.
groundside?
Don't think he was in here. Alright, he's gotta be one of the last two. You talked to Lexi, Kalos, Suvi,
I don't know where to
all of our crew except Vetra. Where art thou, Gil?
Hey.
How's things?
Things would be better if I could find Gil. Is he outside?
Hiya.
Ryder.
Oh, there he is, so I can go out here.
Hey, Ryder. Jill is walking the walk. The procedure took. I'm gonna be a dad.
Congratulations.
I'm thinking Mary if it's a girl, Deanne if it's a boy. Mary, Deanne, Marie Deanne. Pretty cool, right?
I get it.
Jill might have something to say about that.
Oh, right. Note to self. Bounce names off Jill. So, this is supposed to be a celebration, right? You getting used to any of this yet? Meridian? The dream becoming a reality?
Also, his naming scheme really only works at this stage. Once you know which, or if it's twins, then I guess it could work. Once you know which one it is, it doesn't really make as much sense anymore. Also, I still think Bill is a great name.
We're not done by a long shot.
Come on, try to ease up a little. Enjoy the win. But so you know, I've got the Tempest topped out and ready. You want to blow this hot dog stand? Just say the word. Callow's out there somewhere, time one on. If we're really sneaky, he won't even notice we're gone.
Who's flying then? You?
Why the hell not? I'm a quick study. How hard can it be?
Hard.
And how about the Nomad? Just once around the planet.
No.
Ugh, guess I'll just have fun down here.
Anybody else here we should talk to? You sounded like the captain made
Glad
it,
to
but I
have
don't
you.
see her here. Alright. Let's go see how Vetra's doing.
Let's get out there, huh?
Oh,
So, Tan says he's gonna let me stick around and help with the... Hey, Ryder. Maybe I should leave you two alone, huh?
No need. We'll get time alone before too long.
You ready to get going? We've still got a lot to do.
You know me. I'm always raring to go.
Oh, she's all grown up, leaving home, doesn't need me anymore.
Oh.
That'll be the day. We'll handle my deals on this end while I'm gone.
Seeing you two in cahoots makes me all misty.
You know this is your fault, right? Helping us along? Helios has really turned into the fresh start I wanted. In so many ways. And now with Meridian, we're really going to make this place ours. I can't wait. You know where to find me when you're ready.
Sounds like a happy ending. Alright. Let's head back to the Meridian then. Head back to the Tempest then. Bring this epilogue to a conclusion.
Making a quiet exit?
I can't stop thinking of what I could be doing. How much is still out there?
There's always more. That is what brought us to Andromeda.
Civilization of explorers. Should be interesting.
I tried to think of a way to honor what you did. Some protocol. There isn't one. Your father invented this rule, but you defined it.
This is great and all, but it feels weird to be on a ship that isn't moving. We're explorers. There's more to see out there. Let's go find it.
You know, I could definitely see the next Andromeda game being at least decades, if not even longer, into the future. Okay. This is the codex, right? Yeah. No more priority ops, no more allies and relationships, no more Helios assignments. Let's see if we have one more interview to give.
Sam, that's...
100% viability on all known UNCs, Pathfinder. Please access the Tempest VidCon for an important update.
Tempest VidCon. All right.
The world is waiting. Wonder what that's about.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Lexi, I hear Sarah's doing well. She's healing. Not as fast as she'd like, of course.
Well, Ryder does lead us to interesting places.
Think there's anywhere more interesting than Meridian?
If there is, we'll find out.
Lots of conversations going on. I like how when you move out of range, you then hear it over the radio. That's kind of cool. Any emails? Yep, thought so. And a couple more from Callow. Attached is a vintage watercolor style painting of the Tempest, grounded on Meridian, with Callow posing heroically in front of it in a scarf and old style flight goggles. I didn't imagine anyone knew what I looked like. You're the famous one these days. It's rather fetching, though. If I can get a clean copy, maybe I'll put it up somewhere. Don't let it go to your head, from PB to Ryder the Conqueror. I know you've got a million people shining on you right now, so I'm here to talk you off the pedestal. We're not done, Buster. Galaxy of secrets out there. Yep, I hear you. So much more to do. Things I wrote as we walked away from Meridian Control. This is the best sunlight I've ever felt. Goddamn, the Hyperion hit hard. But it's home now. Holy shit, all these people are home now. I'm going to walk this whole sphere. Wonder if there's fish. Can we make fish? We brought fish. What's in that star? I think I'm going to cry, and it's great. Tomorrow will be great. Let's go exploring. Instead of a list of media, there's just home as a header, and a bunch of blank entries to be filled in later. A heart from Vetra? Liam tells me less than 3 is a thing that humans like sending each other. It doesn't really seem like her. Just so you know, I vaguely remember Kesh saying that Nexus leadership has access to all Tempest email servers, since the Tempest is initiative property, and all Pathfinder team activities should be subject to Nexus oversight. I'm not saying Tan's looking at our letters, just saying he could if he wanted to. Yeah, he probably is. So yeah, unless you want Tan to know what the Pathfinder's up to in their free time, maybe keep the emails pretty tame, unless you do want to give Tan some kind of aneurysm. Possibilities. Thank you from Vetra. Good news. Our first Helios Milky Way plant hybrid after you. Okay. It's not quite viable yet. Just a thought, the crew's morale is boosted by movie night, so I thought we could make it a regular thing. I've got some vids of great extranet series, including Blue's Anatomy. Great drama, but enough action to keep Liam happy. Also, dreamy Turians with fringe that can't be natural. Anyway, just a thought. Lexi. It's probably a play on Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, it could be cool, like once a month or something. From Jal, in case you haven't heard the reports, celebrations are breaking out on Aya and Tavarl. People are walking with lightness to their steps, and there is even more laughter than usual. Recruitment for the Resistance has never been higher. Yeah, I assume the Kett are still around. When Vold, while the Kett are in disarray, we will take down their bases one by one, until they are gone from the planet forever. People hope that one day the Vassal will be a thing of the past, and that all worlds will be like Aya. Change is coming for the Angara and the humans. We're lucky to have each other. At least that's what Effer said. No, he really did. Jal Amma Darav. Little hiccup on Kadara from Christmas Tate. Hey Pathfinder, minor problem here at the outpost, probably nothing. Fair morning, it's a little weird. Yeah, we'll see if we ever get around to that. We secured the Meridian, gave the Archon hell, and made the cluster bloom. No Hunter's team could have done better, that's because of you. I'm proud to have been your second through all this. We didn't need Golden Worlds after all, just the right person for the job. Thank you, Cora. Alright. So, Pathfinder, you restored the Pioneer Dream and brought every available world to 100%. Now everyone wants to show you what the effort has earned. Alright, so I'm going to do something a little different here. It would make more sense to watch that than go to the Nexus, but I think I want to save that for the grand finale.
We're in stable orbit. Anomaly on sensors. Deploying
One last one.
Anomaly found.
Helmet. So I think we'll go give one more quick interview, and then view what I guess is the final cutscene. Titanium, yay. Back to the Nexus. So I wonder if, to unlock the last few priority ops, if you have to get all of the areas to 100% viability. It sounds like the answer is no, and that was supposed to be more of like a bonus quest, kind of like gotta catch them all in Pokemon. You could beat the Elite Four, and then you kind of had a post game of catching all 150 or 151 Pokemon. But we, and I'm sure we're not the only ones, actually did it in advance, so it's almost as if the epilogue there was the end of the main quest, and this VidCon thing is the end of making all of the outposts viable. You would also think, though, that once you activate Meridian, that all of the planets would be at like a bazillion% viability. Well, at least they took out the human Ark, which makes sense, I guess. But where's this Larian Ark? Like it should have been 4 and then 3 instead of 4. Whatever. All right, Callow, take us down one last time. And now I can say for pretty much certain one last time. Makes me sad a little too. I started this game, obviously, 125 episodes ago? And that was back in March. It's now late November. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, yeah, 8 months. 2/3 of a year. Soon it'll be time to pick out the next game. And now they're talking about Ark Hyperion. Carrie's over here this time.
At my age, family is more important.
Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing.
I think family is always important. Alright, whatever you're gonna ask it now.
Just a minute.
Last chance.
You're here. I'll give you my entire chocolate ration for an interview about Meridian.
Done. I'm down to the ones with strawberry goop in the middle.
So, Meridian's real. A promised land. You did it. This could give us the golden worlds everyone was waiting for. And humanity has first claim.
Technically, yes. But practically, our allies will always be welcome.
It's good to have that on the record. I'm headed out there soon. Documenting Meridian could be a lifetime's work, even for an Asari. I can't wait to get started. Meridian. Now that's history in the making.
Alright, quest completed. Sounds like we have many lifetimes of work yet ahead of us. Well, let's say farewell to the Nexus and get back on our ship for one grand finale.
At my age, family is
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
We've had no trouble, Pathfinder.
Good. So I guess at this point too, I can give my final review of the game. Overall, is it as good as the other Mass Effect games? No, definitely not. Even the first one. It reminds me most of the first one. But the first one was shorter and more concise and more linear, which I think worked better to its advantage, being story-driven games. This is more of an exploration game, and it was fun, but at least in my opinion, not quite as enjoyable, or at least not enjoyable all the time. On the whole, the loyalty missions were good.
wanted to speak to you.
The main quests were pretty good. Not the best I've seen in a video game, but good enough. And
you have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Thank you, Sam. And a few of the other quests were good as well. The characters were great. I loved all the crew members. Sam was an interesting character. Even the non-planet side crew members were pretty well fleshed out, so that was kind of nice. The Raiders definitely did a good job with all of them. But on the whole, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So, good game. One that I think is worth playing if you like this kind of game. And if you love the other Mass Effect games, just don't expect it to be quite as good as the trilogy. A few things are, and this one definitely was not. Aw. Goodbye, pet hamster. Goodbye, Sam.
Hello, Ryder. Through Meridian, I gained insight into the Jardan, creators of the Remnant and the Angara. Meridian's code accounts for incredible potential and infinite diversity. They weren't achieved. No creator would be content.
You think the Jardan might come back?
Unknown. They abandoned a great work, which you have reinterpreted. Against significant odds, you are home.
Wonder if that's like a reference to the people designing the game, or is it just actually what it says in the tin? But But yeah, that's an interesting thought that the Jardan might come back. It definitely seems like this was not their first time engineering a system, especially the fact that they made the Angara. It's as if they said, we're not going to live here, we have our own things to get to. We want to leave behind a species to take care of the system. And that's why they created one. So that begs the question, where did they run off to, and are they still there now? And what else will we find as we explore the rest of Andromeda?
Thanks. But what's a Pathfinder without their Sam?
Two halves of a whole. In a brief time, you have suffered, triumphed, and grown. You are a new iteration of yourself, respected and recognized. I have lived it with you. I see why the unknown beckons, what it means to prevail against it. This is how one's humanity is grown. I am glad to know.
Well said, Sam. Well said.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Oh, that must be the Citadel over there. But to say, what ship is that? A while since I've seen that one. And he said Lexi wanted to see me?
Ready for more tests?
Not again. Lexi, I'm fine.
Sit now, and I'll skip the blood work. Have you experienced any muscle spasms? Nosebleeds? Memory loss?
I did have that one nosebleed during the mission. Does that count?
I feel like my normal self.
You haven't been normal since Habitat 7. Inhale. Exhale. You should know. Professor Herrick approached me about a transfer to the Nexus. Apparently my research on Ket anatomy has been useful to the militia.
That's right, keep losing all our good doctors.
Guess I'll be telling my next doctor about my abandonment issues.
I declined.
Really?
Didn't have a choice. No other doctor in the initiative would take you.
I'm lucky to have you here.
Yes, you are. But I'm pretty lucky too.
Well, I'm glad she decided to stay, because otherwise that was kind of rude of Ryder to say. Trying to guilt trip her into staying. Alright, well, let's, I don't know, should we say goodbye to the rest of the crew, or are they going to actually say things? We can give it a shot.
A toast to the vanquished.
The Archon, face down, ass up.
How about to Meridian?
To dreams and family. Woke up today and thought back to the search. And then I remembered it's over. It's really over. We did it.
Doesn't mean we can relax. There's still so much to do.
Really? And here I was thinking I'd quit. Maybe talk to a Nexus colonization expert. Get assigned to an outpost, start a farm or something. Who am I kidding? I love being on the ship. I'm staying here until you kick me off.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
That's one of the reasons I don't like playing games until they just get boring, because I feel like it would be really sad realizing there's no more dialogue to unlock. That's it. It's all the conversations you're ever going to have. I'd rather end the game on my own terms when it's at a high note.
Hail the Archon killer. I heard it was touch and go, but you really rose to the occasion.
Not much choice when your back's against the wall.
Remind me never to piss you off.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
I think of everybody here, he might be the one we actually lose, because the Tempest is not a place to really raise a family. He's been a good engineer, but hopefully we can find somebody to fill his shoes. And we'll always have Callow at least.
That was a good win. I wonder what other kind of trouble we can get up to.
Always looking for the next fight, aren't you, old man?
Gotta admit, old habits die hard. And mine have had a long time to settle in.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
You are all booked
you sure? I have some good ones.
I'll make sure he goes, Lexi.
Thank you, Cora. You're up first, by the way.
Shit.
Haval, the oldest new world. I like it.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
So this time, we probably won't.
Meridian, at last. There's still so much to do. For the Nexus, the Angara, but not today. Today, we get to feel good about winning.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
It's always hard saying goodbye to well-written characters. It's been a good journey.
So? So? Isn't this the best time to be alive? Yeah, I've decided it is.
Or the best time to be awake, as the case may be.
No, awake and alive. Because if you weren't here, you'd be dead. Best time to be alive.
Yeah, awake and alive is a pretty good combo.
Yeah. Though I don't know how we top this feeling. For now, maybe we don't have to. I'll see you later, John.
Stay strong and clear.
And that just leaves PB. Shame, I just figured out my way around the ship and
Maybe Helios flora
that's it.
is more edible now, with Meridian active.
Not again.
Wishful thinking.
I've seen reports of floral mare stems in plants that didn't have them before. This could be it.
If you do try them, make sure it's not before a long shift this time.
Meridian was mind-blowing, right? You were amazing. No safety net, no Sam. Didn't bat an eyelash.
Didn't have time to think about it.
Then you're good on your toes. Now, Helios will really take shape, and we have VIP tickets. In some ways, I feel like our adventure is just beginning.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Bye, Puck.
What can I do for you?
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
What about you, Suvi? Anything new to say?
We thought the Remnant City was incredible, but Meridian is an order of magnitude past even that. It will occupy us for decades.
I guess you better get started then, huh?
Believe me, I've already started investigations. It's astounding. You know, the discovery of the Angaran origins have made me think hard about creation. If the Jardan were capable of creating life, then what does that say about God?
You're wondering if he could be just a scientist?
What if our creator is just like the Jardan, advanced but mortal, fallible?
Well, I think the difference between us and the Angara is that we have a very clear understanding and a very clear record and overwhelming evidence for how we began. Whereas they were created unless you think about it in like the greater sense, then we weren't literally created the way the Angara were created. We already know how we evolved. In answer to her question, though, yeah, it's hard for me as a not really religious person to comfort her, and I think Ryder's in the same boat there. Like, don't ask me to reinforce your faith. That's you're seeing things from my perspective now. But I think most religious people would probably go with this, that just because you know where you came from doesn't mean that God still had a hand in it. Like, most religious people believe in evolution, but just think it was the process God used to create us, as opposed to just making us from scratch, like the Jardan made the Angara.
Even in that scenario, a higher power could still exist.
There could always be something greater. Greater than us, greater than the Jordan. I had faith before, and I'll keep having faith. Because that's what faith is. Thank you, Ryder. You always know how to make me feel better.
Well, glad I could do that at least. Alright, so I think that's everyone. Let's head to the VidCon. Sam has set a new objective for completing 100% viability. I don't like the term objective. Let's see what happens.
There's a new task because we hit 100% viability?
It is a significant milestone, Pathfinder. Preparations have been made for some time.
I need to know if there's another expectation because of this.
Updating objectives. You have a high priority destination.
At Habitat 7, what's going on?
I have been instructed to not reveal mission parameters. Don't be late, Pathfinder.
Alright. Kind of unexpected, but let's keep going. Back to where it all began, I guess. The world is waiting. So I guess while we're flying, to save time, I'll talk a little bit about my future plans. Obviously I want to make more Let's Plays. That's something I very much enjoy doing, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. If you've stuck with me through 126 episodes, then I suppose you have. I've already made Let's Plays of pretty much every recent Bioware game now. The only exception is Jade Empire, which is a game I haven't played in a long time, but definitely enjoyed. And I would like to do a Let's Play of that one soon. I may also do a Let's Play of storyline in Guild Wars 2 I haven't caught up with. That's one idea. At some point I'd like to play The Witcher and Skyrim, and there's plenty of games left on my to-do or to-play list. No pun intended. It's just a matter of which one I get to first.
So, back at Habitat 7. What am I supposed to see? And what's it got to do with 100% viability?
I'm getting initiative signals, magnetosphere charges, and atmosphere probes.
The vault here remains non-functional, but with 100% viability to invest, we've begun terraforming this world with initiative technology.
The good old-fashioned hard way. It'll eventually be a home too, thanks to you.
Back where we started. Fitting.
There is one more item, Pathfinder. Opening channels to the Nexus, Meridian, Prodromos, Detaeon, Tevuni, New Tachanka, and Initiative allies. By unanimous vote, this world is to be renamed. Habitat 7 is now listed astronomically as Ryder-I. Your world, Pathfinder. Their future.
Alright. Can't let that go to my head. We have our own planet. Wonder if it shows that way. Nope, still says Habitat 7. No longer a promising settlement world, the atmosphere is largely argon, nitrogen, and little of the projected plant life has survived. Can't land, but there is a satellite. And yeah, still has the Scourge right around it. So it'll be a while yet before it's habitable. Not in our lifetime, but maybe one day. Alright, so I guess that's about it. See, the ironic part is that before this I did some Pokemon Let's Plays, and when I started this game I was actually still in the mood to do a number more. And I more played this game because I felt like I'd always told myself I was going to play it as soon as it came out. So I wanted to adhere to that goal, even though I wasn't really feeling it. And at some point, after playing this game for a while, I really started enjoying it, and then sort of slid out of the Pokemon mindset. and now I don't want to go back to playing more Pokemon games, at least not at the moment. But this game is at its end, so what comes next? Like I said before, I think I'll be doing a Jade Empire one in the near future, maybe a Guild Wars 2 storyline, maybe a few others as well, but I really can't say which one will be the immediate next on the agenda. So for that, I guess you'll just have to subscribe and stay tuned, and in the meantime, if you haven't checked out all my other Let's Plays, I have KOTOR 1 and 2, the entire Dragon Age trilogy, the Mass Effect trilogy, plenty of SWTOR Let's Plays, Pokemon Let's Plays, all kinds of random odds and ends that I think you'll enjoy. But as for Mass Effect Andromeda, I guess this is a good place to end it. Thank you guys very much for being with me on my vast journey. It was a pretty fun game, a great experience, and there are still plenty more games out there left to explore. So thank you for watching, and take care.